I'm Stefan from the Ghost Guys, and together with my team, Rob and Jess, we're on the hunt for Highwaymen. We'll be visiting the places and looking at the stories during the day, then returning after dark to see if their spirits still remain. This is the life and afterlife of Dick Turpin, Part 1, Epping Forest. Okay, it's Stefan and Rob from the Ghost Guys.
Hi there.
We're on our way towards Epping Forest, currently heading down the M25 to look for the ghost of Dick Turpin. We're heading towards Loughton, which is the site of one of his most notorious robberies, the house of Widow Shelley, and also the site of one of his murders took place close by, and that's where we'll be investigating tonight. Later, Jess will be joining us.
So here's the map. We are currently up here. We need to go there, and that's the nearest parking. So we are looking at some kilometres.
So we're here in Epping Forest, a place called Loughton Camp, just outside of Loughton. This is a series of earthworks built around 500 BC. Okay, so it's said that around here Dick Turpin had built a cave or a hideout, and on the 4th of May 1737 he was approached by a servant of one of the forest keepers, Thomas Morris, who attempted to apprehend him. And this is where Dick Turpin shot that man dead.
It having been represented to the King that Richard Turpin did on Wednesday the 4th of May last barbarously murder Thomas Morris, servant to Henry Thompson, one of the keepers of Epping Forest, and commit other notorious felonies and robberies near London, His Majesty is pleased to promise his most gracious pardon to any of his accomplices, and a reward of 200 shillings to any person or persons that shall discover him, so as he may be apprehended and convicted.
So we'll be returning here later this evening to see if we can either find the ghost of Dick Turpin or of the man he killed, Thomas Morris. It's also said that there are other ghosts in this part of 3 women who are supposed to wander through these woods, so we may be able to make contact with them. It's believed that this place was used as a camp for Boudicca as she marched down on London, and that these women may be a part of her entourage. So we'll be returning to see what we can find. Okay, so we're now here in the centre of Loughton, where Dick Turpin committed, alongside the Essex gang, an atrocious robbery against the Widow Shelley.
On Saturday night last, about 7 o'clock, 5 rogues entered the house of the Widow Shelley at Loughton in Essex, having pistols, etc., and threatened to murder the old lady if she would not tell them where her money lay, which she obstinately refusing for some time. They threatened to lay her across the fire if she did not instantly tell them, which she would not do. But her son, being in the room and threatened to be murdered, cried out he would tell them if they would not murder his mother.
Stefan here with Rob and Jess. We're back in Loughton Camp for our ghost hunt. Fortunately we are in the middle of the woods, so there's possibly going to be quite a lot of background noise, but we're going to try and do our best. It has been raining as well, so you may hear some drips coming off the trees. But we're going to begin our hunt for Dick Turpin here, or potentially the servant he killed, Thomas Morris.
The area is really wide. It's hard to pinpoint anywhere exactly here where the activity is definitely going to happen. Unlike a building that we've been in where it's like this office space, you sometimes see this person in a corridor. I mean, we're in a wood. I think the site's 4 acres that the camp surrounds. So yeah, it's a lot to cover in the dark. So we just ask that we are protected while we remain here, and that no spirits try to follow us home, and any spirits that do reside here stay here. We ask that they know that we mean them no harm, and for that reason we ask that they mean us no harm.
Thomas Morris here with us. You man slain by Richard Turpin. Trying to do your job, or were you after the reward money? Do you know Dick Turpin?
That just said something.
Is there anything you would like to say to us to pass on? I definitely said something then. I couldn't make it out.
There's a few times it stopped.
Could you say that again?
Could you tell us what year it is? That's a much quicker response.
When we were using the ghost box, we got some responses to questions like what year is it, who is your king, and we'll find out what those responses were hopefully in review.
That's where I saw it again. Just like a black mass that moves at about this level of ground. I saw it twice. Once I saw it just down there.
Are we going with you? There's an animal just there.
So, I'd seen a couple of times what I thought was like a black mass, somewhat like my first movie along that. Saw it when we were just up there, so came down to see if we could get anything better. Did then hear what sounded like a road or something moving into the bushes, so I'm going to assume that that's what the black mass is that we saw.
It was quiet to begin with, but as we moved further into the camp, we got some good responses. Nothing really in your face responses, unfortunately, but certainly the EMF spiked a couple of times, we think, that we tried to investigate.
I'm not sure that we found anything that would confirm that we found either Dick Turpin or Thomas Morris or any of the three women who were associated with Boudica, but I think something interacted with us, but I have no idea who.